Welcome to FUT Champs. Well, FIFA. I tried to make it the intro epic. That didn't really work out as much, but fuck it. Oh well. Basically, today I'm basically going to be doing a talking video. Basically, I've been playing FUT Champs, as you might have known. And I thought, you know what? I was going to do a video on one of these ages ago, but never actually got around doing it. And I thought, you know what, this week I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to proper do it this time, because I've never actually had the time to actually edit the full video in itself. This week, I didn't bother with like counting all the scores or this or that. I'm just going to talk about basically the whole team, how the way it felt, and the games that I lost and won, how I think I should have beaten players, and how I thought the scores should have went, and all this and that. So basically, starting off, I want to talk about a few players that have shone in the FUT Champs this weekend. And I gotta say, the first one I gotta talk about is, again, Kingsley Coman. I gotta say, what a fucking card. 10 games played, 9 goals scored, and 3 assists. That is insane for a left winger. I gotta say, he's done very, very, very well. And with a guy with 5-star skill moves, he's actually not that half bad. I've also put an engine card on him. And in overall, he's got 99 overall pace, which is insane. Well, he's got 98 sprint speed, but 99 acceleration, either way. But overall, his dribbling is 99, his balance is 95, his agility, again, 94. So, either way, you've got his card is insane. And again, it's like with Gnabry, his card again, if I put him up here, and I'll show you his in-game stats when you put an engine card on him. His stats are pretty much the same, except from he was just a little bit slow. I think he's like sprint speed is lower, but overall he's got 99 dribbling, all this and that, and he's got 99 balance, 95 agility, all this and that. But I gotta say, Gnabry again didn't do that half bad. He was actually one. He did have a few games where he was the showman of that game. But I gotta say, Kingsley Coman and Gnabry were the two main players on that left wing spot. I also did get Di Maria, but again, Di Maria is more of an assistant prodigy and then an actual goal scoring prodigy. But overall, he did do pretty decent, scoring some goals anyway. But overall, I'm a bit upset that he didn't really do as good as I expected. But overall, he did have a very decent few games. And again, with the engine card to increase his pace and all that stuff. I didn't really do much with shooting, as Di Maria don't really need that much shooting. Like, it's Di Maria. He's not an Altovich. So, and I gotta say, overall, one player as well needs to be mentioned. Draxler again. Fucking quality. I gotta say, one of the best central midfielders in this as well. And I gotta say, the two cams as well, Lanzini and Roberto Firmino, both did bits. I gotta say, Lanzini as well, what a card. 100%, if you're thinking of getting a card at a central cam spot, get Lanzini, because his card is insane. And even put an engine card on him and he can do bits for your team. A few players as well, like Raheem Sterling, I gotta say, had a few good games. A few games where he was quiet, a few games where he was a showman, and a few games where he was definitely man of the match for that certain game. And again, the same with Ross Barkley. I gotta say, Ross Barkley, this card is insane. It is just simple as. It's a very, very good card overall. 34 games played, 11 goals scored, and 15 assists. So not that bad as well. I did actually have him as a cam, but I converted him to a centre mid to help out the midfield, as I feel like he does a lot more defensive work when he's in the midfield. So overall quality, again, 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Very, very good card. 100% would recommend. Even as well, I got him for 18.5 thousand coins. I think he's actually a lot more than that now. 19k. So 18.5 there as well, the cheapest. So it's a very, very cheap card. 100%, if you're looking for a good central midfielder, get Ross Barkley, because he will do bits for your team. The two goalkeepers, I gotta say, Lloris and Leno, I gotta say, 100% these two have been on. They have had some good games and bad games. Leno more had Leno did have some more, I feel, bad games, but Lloris, again, he is like 4 ratings more, so you're going to expect less bad games from Lloris. But overall, they did do pretty decent, not that half bad. And I gotta say, the one thing as well with this defense, it did do bits for this team. The Sully and fucking Sakutrats, whatever his fucking name, Socrates, sorry, I literally forgot how to say his name. Socrates, again, fucking quality, and both of these two, I gotta say, a very good centre back pairing if you're looking for quality centre backs. And again, David Alaba, quality all around, 21k. He only cost me, very good card. And Danilo, one player I thought was going to be pretty bad, but you know what, I'm going to try him out. Did actually do pretty decent, probably one of the star right backs as well. And I got to say, he did not that bad. Overall, if you look at his player stats anyway, as you can see, like, it's not that great, but overall it's all right for a right back. But given this boost, the anchor boost, and it gives +10 to his marking, +10 to stand tackle, and +10 to slide tackle, so you're going to have a very good card here anyway. But overall, I gotta say, with the midfield again, I've got this player here, Kieran Demirbay. What a card, to be honest. Even though he didn't really get much assists or much goals, defensively he was actually not that bad. Very good with the corners and everything. Did get a few unfortunate corners and all that stuff, but all around, I gotta say, what a card. And to be honest, he is an absolute monster when you give him the ball. He can really tear up defences. It's a bit unfortunate because I was looking at some centre mids and you had like Bernat and everything, and I had Tolisso, and Tolisso was a bit meh. He was not really that great, but all around, I gotta say, Di Maria did bits. He just did bits. And I gotta say, Roberto Firmino as well. Very average, very average. But I gotta say, for 9 assists, that's not that bad. But the main man himself, Daniel Sturridge, as you can see, 136 games played, 135 goals scored. What a player. I gotta say, for this guy, he's just insane. 99 finishing, just to put it out there. 96 dribbling, 90 agility, all round, 95 reactions. He is just an absolute beast. Very good. Very clinical up front as well. And I gotta say, just look at his card normally. 90 pace, 87 shooting, 77 passing, 75 dribbling. Just not gonna go wrong with that, to be honest. Comparing to that though, I did have Arnautovic as my other striker, and I gotta say, he was very disappointing. For me, he was very disappointing for this FUT Champs weekend. He was probably the weakest of the lot. To be honest, I think he does a lot more better in division rivals than he does in FUT Champs, as he just seems to be a lot more better in that circumstance. But all around, I did give him a marksman card just to help, just to give him more dribbling, more shooting, more physicality, and that did actually do bits when he was playing in division rivals, but not in FUT Champs. I did actually have a catalyst card on him that increases his pace and his passing, but it didn't really do much, as he felt still a bit lackluster with his dribbling, and his shootings were a bit all over the place. But I did put a marksman card, and his shooting was on point. But overall, I felt like Daniel Sturridge just did bits when he was playing, so I just last 5 games I just stuck with this team. So all round, I gotta say, not that bad. And I gotta say as well, Bernat, what a player, what an absolute player. With his normal card, with 84 dribbling, 79 pace and everything. This is his, of course, this is his not FUT Champs, sorry, his Champions League card. Only 1.2k for this card, which is actually not that bad. I put an anchor card on him to help out with pace, defense, and physicality. That did also do bits. +10 on his slide tackle and stand tackle and everything, and he was quality. Couldn't go wrong with Bernat. And again, he did have some support with Draxler, and I gotta say, Draxler did do bits with Bernat. just playing it around on the left side with Di Maria as well, and they were just quality. I did have Kambembe, and again he was an absolute rock in the back, but unfortunately again I did have a few games where he was just not up to his slightest, but all round he was not that bad. Now overall there was a few games I could say that was very, very shocking, like defensively and attackingly. I felt this week the gameplay did feel very, very lackluster. The movement and everything was just not on. I actually, for the custom tactics I used constant pressure and possession, and that's like the default for me for it, really, for offense and defense. But I did change it up a bit. I went for balance, I went for fast build up, and literally these three, when going on the offense, did do pretty decent. And again I did the balance. I actually put balance and then just constant pressure. These were the only two I was using, and they did alright. So for the formation wise, 4-3-3, very, very clinical. I actually just didn't change the formation, as it was doing very, very well in the first half and the second half. Very constant, very consistent, very good formation all round. And again with the instructions as well, I literally, like, I kept everything as default. I didn't really change anything with that. The only thing I would change at like probably 60 minutes in or 70 minutes in is the Lilo and Alaba just stay back. Depends on the game. And the roles and everything, as you can see, these are the roles, and can by like 96 free kick accuracy, by the way. 96, that is insane. And again, penalties, I put it on Daniel Sturridge with 95, and also 99 finishing. And corners, I put it on Kambembe. All round, very, very good. Very, very good all round. And I gotta say, for this team as well, it was working. But there was a few games where, I don't know, literally a few games I would go on, I'd be pumped for it, but all of a sudden my team is just not, it's just not at its best, and it was very lackluster. So I feel like there was a few games where I was robbed, proper robbed. And to be honest, it could have been better. It could have been better, to be honest. And for me, like, the gameplay was very lackluster. It was very, very slow and very sluggish. Even for like players as well, like Daniel Sturridge, who's got 90 pace, he felt like he only had 80 pace, to be honest. He felt slow in and out of it. She had an 84 pace. So it's just not it. Like, a few games very, very lackluster, and a few games I did get robbed. But overall, I didn't do that half bad. Like, for me as well, when I go on FUT Champs, my target is gold 3. To be honest, it's probably the best. You probably get the best rewards from gold 3. I looked in gold 2 and gold 1, and yeah, fair enough, you do get a rare. You get 2 jumbo rare players pack, but to be honest, you do get more packs with gold 2 and gold 3. And then I've opened a rare gold pack before and a rare mega pack before, and I've gotten nothing in those packs before. So I was like, you know what? Gold 3 is my main target, and I got it. I got 15 wins out of 29 matches. Still got one more game to play, but I'm not going to play it. There's no point, really. But overall, I'm going to get 1 rare players pack and 2 mega packs, which have been very, very consistent with those 84s recently. Very, very good. Been very, very chuffed. Literally, you could easily get 10k with a rare player pack and at least 7k with a mega pack. Depends who you pack. But all around, I gotta say, not that bad. Everyone's getting at least 30s, all that stuff with their squad ranking and everything. And I gotta say, it's actually not that bad. But all round, again, my top as well with division rivals, as you can see, if I switch over there, I got rank 1, fair enough. I'm probably going to stay my best, try to keep this rank 1 going and get that 58k. Get 58k, that's banging. I've already got 20k at the moment, so another 50k would be awesome. And then with the FUT Champs as well, I'll probably get another, if I look, I get another 30k. So I'm around 100k at the moment with these rewards, so that's pretty decent all around. Overall, I've got to say, not that bad. I'm quite chuffed with what I've got. I've looked into this team of the week. I was very disappointed, but all around, I only wanted Coman, really. Like, Coman was the main man I wanted, and of course the CDM. And you look at how much these players go for, like Coman, he's going for 77k, the cheapest right now, which is very, very good. And the CDM that I got, that was 85 rated, he's going for 40 to like 70, 37k, so not that bad. Two very, very good players. Again, you have got Nainggolan, a very decent player as well, going for around 200 odd k, which is not that bad. And then you had the centre back here from Villarreal, very, very decent card actually. I looked into this card and he has actually got a very decent card all round, like 86 stand tackle, 88 slide tackle. Put an anchor card on that and you're going to be defending everything. And again, Oblak as well, quality, 162k, the cheapest, you can see right there. But all around the bench, shocking, not really anything great to be honest. But yeah, this was a pretty weak team of the week to be honest. If you look at last week's, it was an alright team of the week. You did have Raheem Sterling, you had Pogba, James Rodriguez, Thiago. You had the left back here from Laporte, you got Laporte there. And the defence as well, like on the bench you actually had a few good selection players. You had Lafont, you got Hundiger, decent card actually from the Bundesliga, very, very good. See, as you can see, pace could be a lot more better, but putting an anchor card on that, you're going to be pretty good. And I gotta say, this right mid, what are those stats? That is insane. 89 free kick accuracy, 95 shot power by the way, and 86 long shots, not that bad. Again, short passing 82, long passing 77, curve 94. So you've got a very, very good super sub here if you needed to look at any. But yeah, all around not that bad. I gotta say, this team week is a lot more stronger than the recent team week. But a few things with FUT Champs again, like it is, I think for this FUT Champs is probably, I played last week's one and I just managed to get goal 3. I was quite happy with it. But I think with this FUT Champ this weekend, I've probably had the most fun of FUT Champs. To be honest, like the last 6 games, I was like, nah, I'm gonna get this God 3. Because I was struggling. I was struggling for majority of it, and it was a very, very tough ride. But I did 17 games on the first day on Friday, which is quite, like, for me that's very, very good. And then I just played majority of it yesterday, and I had the most fun on FUT Champs yesterday with the last 6 games, all that stuff, bang on. Fucking Kingsley Coman banging it in the back of the net, proper good. But I gotta say, this has probably been a lot more, like, this has been probably the funnest team FUT Champs I've actually ever had. And to be honest, I'm hoping for a good team of the week. If we don't get a good team of the week, I'm going to be pretty annoyed, because so far I have gone 2 weeks straight on FUT Champs, and I don't really normally do this. I was gonna literally do a bit of FUT Champs and then take a day off basically of it. That's what I normally do. But because I'd literally just played constantly 2 days of FUT Champs, I was quite chuffed with myself. So I was like, I put my hands up and said I did pretty well, to be honest, for that. But all around, I gotta say, not that bad. And the FUT Champs in itself, I gotta say, has been pretty decent. Now, one thing I also want to talk about is pro clubs. Now, pro clubs have been, I've got so much footage ready to go up, but it is taking its time. And I recently, I'm gonna put a shout here to non-copyright music. Basically, this is a YouTube channel that posts out music for YouTubers to use and all this and that. But the thing is, I downloaded these songs, and I don't know if they still work. I don't know if they work yet. I'm still trying it out and everything. But I downloaded these songs and all this stuff, and so far, like, I didn't realize that there was a copyright thing. So, yeah. So basically, if the guy watching, if the guy that does the actual non-copyright music thing video Basically, if I do miss out on something, if I do like miss out a letter or whatnot, just don't diss me, okay? Like, I am trying to get everything over the top, and as well, I've had so much stuff to do recently. I've had so much stuff, so much work to do. So yeah, I have stepped up a gear, and it's been. I feel great. I feel great that I've done it all. So, but hopefully for the pro clubs, the FIFA montage will be out at least tomorrow. This video will be, of course, released today. I'm recording this on a Sunday, of course. If not, it will probably be released tomorrow as well, this video. But all depends on what's going on today. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please do subscribe, and check out the other videos as well. And yeah, see you next time.